Bro, I didn't want to make this video. I didn't want to make this video today. I was too comfortable. I was almost in bed. I was almost about to sleep. Think about it. I was almost about to sleep. I'm like, man, I made 8 grand today. Like, what the fuck? I don't give a fuck. But I'm like, nah, come on. Like the younger version of me would have appreciated a video today. So I'm up. Like genuinely. Like legit. When I say it legit, I was in bed. I was legit in bed. But hey, fuck it. And let's get it. Let me share my screen and let's do a trade recap and how I made this money today in the day. All right, welcome back, guys. And this is gonna be fun. All right, this is gonna be fun. First things first, I want to talk about today is how to decide which stock to trade early in the day. Because I have got a few questions about this. Like, bro, how do you know which stocks to trade? First things first, everybody who's in the program, you guys already know that these are the stocks that I like trading. There's nothing else that will, like, I don't like trading Google. I won't trade Google. If I don't like trading SMCI, I won't trade that. These are the only names that I trade, and because I know them inside out. So now let's see. This is like market about to open now. All right. We took a trade on Tesla. Tesla, one trade was 100%, second trade was 70%. This was basically the biggest profit of the day came from the second trade and the first trade. But I want to talk about it. It's market about to open. Boom. One candle in. All right. This is 9:30 candle. This is a 2 minute chart. So first things first, hey, you know the drill. I gotta talk about the time frames. I'm sorry if I bore you too much about time frames, but important. I only trade. I trade three different time frames every single day: 2 minute chart, 5 minute chart, and 10 minute chart. The reason, the more the candlesticks, less effective they become. All right. So more the candlesticks, less effective they become. So what I mean by that, when you're doing a hourly, let's say on a 60-minute chart, when we're doing our levels, when we're drawing levels, that's why I only say that don't go back too far in time because more the candlesticks, less effective they become. You only want to stick around current T, like recent price action where the prices were trading around. So but as soon as the market opens, there's very less candlesticks. So I want to see some, you still want to see some sort of candlesticks, but you don't want to see too many. All right. You need to find the perfect balance. And I think we figured it out. 2 minute chart from 9:30 Eastern time to 10. 5 minute chart from 10 to 11. It's just not enough, but it's not too many. And then 10 minute charts 11 to 3. And I don't trade the power hours. And power hours is scam. I don't trade power hours. 2 minute, 5 minute, and 10 minute. Only exception is when I trade 5 minute and 2 minute together is earlier in the day. The only exception to this rule when I trade 5 minute chart and 9:40. The only exception is when the 2 minute chart looks good for the entry, but 5 minute chart looks like setting up a beautiful trade, like the whole LTP, the thing we trade, the trend is there, everything's there on a 5 minute chart, but the 2 minute chart is giving me the entry. So 2 minute chart kind of gives me the stock to trade. 5 minute chart is just like a conviction thing where I'm like, this really looks good on five as well. So it adds another one more reason to just like be, more chill or more leaned back. So this is legit me when I'm trading. Like, I need to start trading. When we're on the Zoom every day, fam, what I need, by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, my KC students are on Zoom call right now. So I'm talking to them pretty much. But from tomorrow, what we're going to do is, or from next week, I'm going to start turning on my video as well while I'm trading on the Zoom. Why? So you guys can actually see me. This is how I trade. I trade with my legs up here, with my mic right like this, and I trade like this. Because the reason why is you need to understand more lean back from your computer you are, the less dumb shit you're gonna do. Because even you guys know this, the moment you're gonna do some dumb stuff is when you're leaning, like literally sitting in the corner of the chair, right in the forward, and you're leaning inside the screen, like you're gonna get inside and you're gonna grab the candle and push it towards the upside. So my whole goal is when I'm trading is lean as far back as I can from my computer because I know my habits. If I have my hands near my keyboard or the mouse, I'm gonna do something which I don't want to do. So and that back to the game. All right, 2 minute chart, 5 minute chart, and 10 minute chart. All right. Let's get it. Now, this is first 2 minute chart of everything. If you have to trade something right now, first candle, you can't really tell what's trendy. The first step is we need to find what's trendy. All right. First 2 minute chart, you can't tell what's trendy. Let's wait for the next one. And here we go. You look at like, try to look at every single chart. This is what I do when the market is open. Microsoft. And what our goal is to eliminate stocks. Okay. These are the only names that I watch. Your goal is not to find what to trade. Your goal is, let me see what doesn't look good, because it's so much easier to find flaws in people. Hey man, I don't like this about you. I don't like this about you. Same goes for, that's our human nature. Same goes for the stocks. Find flaws in the things, so you're only left with something that really looks clean, which you can trade. Microsoft, there's no really entrainment. All right, sweet. Nvidia doesn't look that bad, right? In the pre-market, we had a decent trend. Doesn't look that bad. Okay. Tesla doesn't look that bad. This is SPX, whatever. SPY doesn't look that bad. QQQs, no trend. So now we have eliminated Microsoft, SPX, and QQQs. All right, we left with three names: Nvidia, Tesla, SPY. Let's move forward one more candle. And we see, okay, so we have Nvidia right here, which is having a kind of a 200 moving average sitting on the top. I don't like to go long when 200 moving average is sitting right at the top. It's like my dad telling me, don't do something. And if I do it, my dad's going to slap me. Since I was a kid, if my dad said, hey, don't do this. I'm from India, right? It's okay for the kids to slap the kids. It's like totally normal. Um, my dad's like, my dad will never tell me what to do, but he will always tell me what not to do. Right? And that was a rule that we had in the house. So I treat 200 moving average, whichever time frame I'm trading on, as like that's my dad sitting there, and my dad's like, don't do this. So I won't go long. That doesn't mean I go short, but I won't go long. So this is eliminated. I don't like Microsoft. I don't like QQQs. I don't like SPX. Now I'm left with Tesla and SPY. So I'm only watching these two. On SPY, there's a trend, there's a pullback. Why did I not trade SPY? So the reason why I didn't trade SPY on a 5 minute chart at this time, roughly around here, we had 200 moving average sitting right at the top. It was like 30 cents away or 20 cents away. 200 moving average sitting at 552.3-ish level. So right now, price is sitting at this 552-ish. 552.3 has 200 moving average on a 5. And I watch 5 minute 200 moving average all the time. And so I'm like, okay, I can't trade SPY. So SPY is eliminated as well. Now I'm watching Tesla. But again, Tesla at this stage, while this candle was forming, Tesla had 200 moving average on the top. So you know what I was doing? I leaned back. I'm like, no stress. Let's see what the market has for us. And then the next candle happened. We pulled back on Tesla. I don't like SPY. I don't like QQQs. I don't like, none of these charts look good. But Tesla, right? Why? The trend is there. Now we're getting a pullback. Now you know how to pick stocks. You eliminate everything that doesn't look good. Now let's talk about the Tesla trade. We have 200 moving average sitting on the bottom. What did I say? Don't go long, it's sitting at the top. So now it's telling you don't go short, it's sitting at the bottom, right? But at the same time, it's also saying, hey, look at me, I got such a nice, sexy trend, and I'm giving you a pullback. And I'm pulling back to this level where your rule says don't go short. That means you're open towards the upside. And then I am getting this beautiful candle which I can use for entry, stop loss, profit targets, and I can hold my trade and make some money, right? Which is now you know how to pick stocks. Now you know my time frames. Now comes the strategy part. Strategy is wait for the trend. If the trend is there, that's good. What's the definition of a trend? This is the lows. It goes to one direction, makes a big move, and then gives a little pullback. Made a big move, gave me a little pullback, and the pullback has to be contained within the previous candle. So contained within the previous candle means if the previous green candle is like this candle gotta be contained in the direction. It can towards the downside, no stress, because we're looking for a trade towards the upside, contained within the direction of the move. All right. Now I can go long. So, which is why I had so much conviction about this because the 5 minute chart looked really good. Check this 5 minute chart out. The 5 minute chart had 200 moving average break above as well. So I'm like, this 500 moving average, 2 minute chart, 200 moving average on a 5 minute chart is sitting on the bottom as well, right here. So this is 936. After 935 candle, roughly around here, 200 moving average sitting right at the bottom. So I'm like, sweet. 200 moving average sitting at the bottom on a 2 minute chart, 5 minute chart. This looks good. And then I'm getting an entry. Now, this is my entry. The moment it breaks above this candle, stop loss is right here. And this is literally my strategy. Like, if you're watching this on YouTube, and you're like, man, you're yapping too much. Somebody commented the other day, bro, you're yapping too much. All this is just a pullback strategy. I'm like, all right, show me how much money have you made. I'm like, show me how much money have you made, motherfucker. It's easy to comment. It's hard to follow a strategy because sometimes, let's say, if I took this trade and the trade doesn't work, what gives you conviction to take the next trade with the same conviction that you did with the first trade? Let's say that doesn't work either. What gives you what gives you the confidence to take the third trade the same way, then fourth trade, the fifth trade? Because even if a strategy works 90% of the time, that means out of 100 trades, they're going to be 10 trades that are not going to work. That 10 trades can be in a row as well. And that's why you need risk management because what happens if you blow your trading account on the 10th trade, 10th trade? Guess what? You're never going to have those 90 fucking winners in a row because you fucked up. Does it make sense? Which is why, hey, if you're in KCU and you're listening to this, which is why it's so important to follow the bell curve. After a loss, you go smaller. After a loss, you go smaller. You stop going smaller rather than bigger. And you start going bigger when after your winners. So you can catch those 90 wins with big fucking profits. He said, the man said size matters. I don't know about that one, man. Um, I can't talk. All right, moving forward. What happened? And it made a beautiful move towards the upside. Bam. Now, what do? You take some profits, you let your runners run with their break even stop loss. It's called negative risk management, right? Bro, I'm in a big time rush. I need to go to bed. It's 3 a.m. I'm super sleepy. So I'm just going to quickly talk about this. Go watch my other YouTube videos. Um, but the best part here is so let's say if you jumped in 10 contracts, you can take 5 off at the next yellow line and then leave the remainder either at the break even stop loss when the stop loss on these contracts is break even on the option contract and take some profits here. And this is the money that you already put in your pocket. So 200 bucks is already in your pocket. Whatever, if the price keeps going up, you're going to keep printing. And this is what happened. It made another fucking move up. Now you sit there patiently waiting. Then it pulled back. Yo, the interesting part, the break even never got triggered. Then it pulled back. What do? When a trend is there, giving you a pullback, you have already spotted the winner. Look at this. This is how every single chart looked like at that stage. Microsoft looked like this, Nvidia looked like this, SPY looked like this, QQQs, and then comes Tesla. Tesla is already winning. Why try to look for plays in something that's not even moving? So, which is why once you spot a winner, once you're getting paid on a winner, so I did 215 calls here. The next trade that I found, I'm like, oh, it's giving me a pullback. And now my entry is so this candle is contained within the previous candle. Why? In the direction of the move. Now you might be like, but bro, it broke below the candle in the direction of the move. The highs of this candle, like this is the highs of this candle. This is the highs of this candle. It's direction of the move. It's contained. So I'm like, sweet. If it goes, this is what I'm watching. The next candle, right? Profit target, this level, the next yellow line. And how, hey, if you're on YouTube and you're like, how do you make these yellow lines? That's a secret. I can't. It's not fair for my people, you know, who joined. If I start giving you all the source, all right, this is how I went, yo. Trade started moving towards the upside. As soon as the candle opened, it dipped a little bit down. It picked up. He said too much sauce. I know, man. I feel sick. But the good part, bro, I legit mean it. The good part is this is the good part. 99% of people, I'm just gonna say, yeah, bro, this sounds too easy. It can't work. 1% of people they're gonna actually make money. You know what he's doing? And this is actual numbers. I'm talking facts. Person who makes money with my free content, he's like, bro, this is so fucking good. How can I learn more? And that person joins KCU. So I'm giving out the source. I'm like, no stress. But that one person, we're gonna really, really take him to the next level. Because I want to really work with that one person, not those 99 fucking lazy motherfuckers. So it works. You see what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real, yo. That's the reason why I make YouTube content. Because I want to help you make some money, and then you pay for my program using the money that you made, and I help you get to the next level even faster. Fuck yeah! All right, just keeping it real. I'm not Mother Teresa, all right? I'm making this content just because I love you. Yeah, I do, but it helps me as well. All right, and this other trade went. So now, what happened here? Yo, what happened here? We got another candle looking good. Now, what do we do? What's the right thing to do? Do we add more to this trade on the next candle? The reason, the reason is super simple. The trend is there. You already found a winner. You don't need to keep going out there, try to find winners because that's now how big money is made. You already got a winner. Now it's about doubling down on the winner. So I'm already up from the initial trade again. And then I saw this. So for this new entry, I'm like, it's contained. This is what I did. The moment it broke, I jumped in more calls. And it's approaching my level. And then I got a pullback. But it's 10 o'clock about to happen on the next candle. So this is that means we're gonna jump on the 5 minute chart. I'm just giving you too much sauce. And this is what happened on a 5 minute chart. Boom. So what do? You keep taking profits on these yellow lines. The moment next yellow line hit, you take some profits. The stop loss becomes break even. Now the next trade that the second trade that I did 100 contracts of 220 calls. I was up about I think I was up. I took 50 contracts off at about 30, maybe somewhere about like 35, 40%. And then I left my runners running either break even stop loss or next yellow lines. And I kept managing this, and this became Tesla became one of the biggest runners winners of the day. Once you spotted a winner, please hold and look for reasons to find more. Look for everybody who's in KCU, man. I'm just telling you, you need to find reasons to jump into a trade once it's working. Look for reasons, hunt for reasons. If you look for it, you're gonna find it. All right. And the only way we enter is wait for a pullback. If it's contained, let's jump in. And that's how you make money. All right. Make sense? So go out there, hunt. Only one trade. If one stock a day, sweet, no problem. Like my brother does this all the time. So this dude, he'll be in calls early in the morning. So the moment his stop loss gets triggered, his brain goes, "Oh my God, my stop loss got triggered." Now, clearly, like with this strategy that I'm breaking down, if the stop loss get triggered, doesn't mean you go short, but you wait for the trend to fail. So this is what happened on if the trend fails like this. So if it fails below the high this structure, the higher highs and higher lows, if it makes like this, that means the trend has failed. The structure has failed. It's not making any more higher lows. And then you wait for one candle like this, bro, go out there and short this. Why not? So you only need one stock. Pick one winner, trade the upside, trade the downside, done for the day. All right. And that was my trade on Tesla. And really quickly, we're going to break down AMD trade. So the AMD trade was again happened right at the 10 o'clock. Same thing. I got a trend had a pullback. After the pullback, what happened? I got this contained candle with the previous candle. I went long the moment this candle took over. And then I stayed in the trade and we made about, what was it? I think we made 40%. Actually, I started taking profits around that 20% mark, around this previous half the day. And yeah, took some more off at 40%, and then I called it. But that was the trade, and then I hit the break even. I jumped out. Right, same strategy, another trade, and then I did SPY. Same strategy, just another trade. SPY, what happened? Right here, made a decent move up and then pulled back. I got a contained candle. Look at this. Candle got contained. Hit the next yellow line. I was up 10%. I took 10% off. And now this is where a lot of people are going to fuck up. So you're going to take your first profits. The moment you take your profits, the moment you take profits, the remainder of the contracts that you have, stop loss becomes break even. Like Nipsey Hussle says, all money in, no money out. Once the money is in your pocket, the money is there to stay. Does that make sense? So what did I do? The moment I'm up, I think I was like, I was up again. I did like about 100 contracts again of this. They were like 90 cents or 91 cents each. So my position size at this stage was $9,100. I made like $9 a contract, but that's like 10%. And I took 50 off. So 9 times 50. Yeah, that's not a lot of money, but hey, consistently, if now the remainder of the contracts got hit break even, I got out, no problem. But you know what happened on Tesla, right? So initial profit target to the next profit target, our initial profit target was like about 20%. The first trade, it turned out to be 100% trade. That means I doubled my money on the runners. So now I took $9 off. Yeah, 950, $450 or whatever. But it remained the 50 contracts, which is probably about, let's say, $4,500 position size. That could have been 100% trade. So that could have been just $5,000 profit. But I'm holding this. Maybe I can make this with zero risk. Why? My stop loss is break even. So what am I risking? Anything from my money? No. So that becomes zero risk trade where you can actually hold towards a bigger move. And then hit my break even. I jumped out. Zero emotions. The moment you're gonna have emotions is where you're gonna ruin it. Moment where you're like, oh, let me give it 3 more seconds, or let me see if the next level holds. Let me see if this yellow line holds, or let me see this if this 8 exponential or 9 exponential moving average holds, or let me see the VWAP holds. Turns out now you're down 70%. Now you're like, man, let me see if it turns around. There's no point taking a loss. Now I'm down too much already. So that's hopes. Don't start, and it usually gets triggered if you're like, let me see first 5 seconds, and usually that's where it gets triggered. Let me see just another 2 seconds, and that leads to you being down another 10%, another 10%, another 10%, another 10%, and turns out you're gonna stay broke like that. But it's like I saw this chick, unfortunately, this chick was related to fucking me. A bit stupid, but anyway, what happened was she was pulling in. She got a brand new fucking car. She paid, I think she got a brand new car like 2 months ago, and there was some stuff sitting in her garage. And bro, I was at the dinner party and I could see her, like she could hear it. Her car's getting scratched with one of this metallic racks, or this little shoe rack thing that they had, or toolkit or whatever. I could, bro. This was like it was pissing me. Oh fuck! It's giving me that dirty vibe. I can hear the car getting scratched. She can hear the car getting scratched. You know what she's like? She didn't give a fuck and she kept going. And that's like, bro, you can already see the damages. Like it's hurting you. Don't be this. Yeah, don't want to get this video taken down, but don't be this bitch. All right. Jump out of the car, move the toolkit out. Same thing people do here. Please jump out of the trade. Don't be that person who's like the car's getting scratched and you're like still riding with it. That's what I exactly thought. I'm like, bitch, you need a stop loss. You need to jump out. You're hoping that thing gonna move by itself. And not. You see what I'm saying? So, and then comes which is another beautiful trade that I took, was Nvidia trade. Um, so for this NVIDIA trade, exactly the same thing. We did exactly same. This trade was taken, I think, yeah, I think right here. So what happened? We had everything looking good. We had a trend, beautiful trend. We had a pullback. Pullback handle was contained. So far by following the system, I'm up over $10,000 by following the system on the day already. Now this is setting up. What am I doing? I'm jumping in a trade. Why worry? Why stress? It's the same concept that I do. The moment it breaks above, I'm gonna go long. And I went long. I didn't take profits because I was like, yeah, 125.05. But initially, to be honest, I was not even looking at this number. I was looking at like the next number. It hit my would I do anything different? It hit my stop loss. Would I do anything different? No. It was just a trade that didn't work. So there's two type of losses. Every single loss, you if you try to learn from losses, every loss, man, you're gonna fuck up. Two type of losses: a loss that can teach you shit, loss that can't teach you crap. Does that make sense? So what is this loss? Can it teach you anything? No. Why? Because I followed my system, the same system that made me 10,000 on the day already. I just followed my system. It just turned out it didn't work. I can't learn anything. But what if I would not have sold at my stop loss? What if I would have been like, man, let me add a little bit more, just hoping maybe it will turn around. Now, if that was a loss, was it a loss that I can learn something from? Yes. Don't add to a losing trade, right? So that loss teaches you stuff. So there's two type of losses. This loss is one of those losses that can't teach you shit, and it is what it is. And I jumped out, no stress. Same goes for QQQs towards the end of the day. This is exact same trade that I did right here. A trend started, pulled back, containment candle right here. The next candle I went long and went down and hit my stop loss. It is what it is. I jumped out and I called it a day. So another beautiful rule, it might actually help you or save you is if let's say if I'm up over 10K, this is the number that I always have in my head. If I'm up over $10,000, right? For you can be $500. For you can be if I'm up more than $300 on the day, I need to do this. I remember back in the day, I started using this rule for first $1,000. Yeah, I remember. So that means if I'm up more than $1,000 and I have two red trades in a row, I'm gonna walk away because I had a habit of I'll be up big money and then I'm like just bro, I'll walk away red because now I want to make the money back from the losing trades. So I had the rule like after I'm up a big money in my brain, back in the day, I was like, oh my God, $1,000 is so much money. So if you're up $1,000, I had a rule where I'm like, okay, if I have two red trades in a row, I'm gonna run away. Now I have $10,000. I'm like, if I'm up $10,000, and now, yeah, of course, I don't check my P&L, and you're like, oh my God, now I have to check my P&L to know, bro. You have a rough idea how much you're up. Like everybody have a rough idea, even if you're not looking at P&L, how much you're up. All right. So the moment I have a rough idea, sometimes it's like I'm doing that at $8,000. Sweet. Because rough idea, my brain's thinking I'm up 10 grand, two red trades in a row. It will save you. It won't hurt you. I I call it a day. So I had the moment I had this losing trade, Nvidia losing trade, and then this losing trade, I was like, man, I'm done. And I'm glad that I did. I'm glad I walked away because maybe I could have made money. Maybe I would have lost money. But if I would have lost money on a Friday, more, even if I walk away with just $2,000 green, but in my brain, I would have known that, man, I should have followed my this rule. And then Saturday becomes shit. Sunday becomes shit. And what's the point? What's the point? Right? If you lose on Friday, it becomes the weekend becomes shitty. So now, one thing that I'm going to say for everybody, it's the repetition that makes you money. It's a repetition, not big position sizes. If you're like, let me take big position size, no, big position size comes with big losses as well. It's a repetition of the system that is going to continuously make you money. And over time, yes, there are going to be some losers. Sweet. But it's the repetition. They're going to make you money. So if the system works, let's say 90% of the time, that means there are chances that you have 10 losing trades in a row. But if you quit just because after 10 losing trades, you never have those 90 winners. All right. So the repetition is where you're gonna make money and keep repeating the whole system over and over again. There's only a win. Like there's only the only thing that can happen is over a long time if you do the system, repeat the system, you can win. And that's all, yo. This is it. Let me know if you have any questions in the Zoom chat, or actually ask me questions in the Discord. I'll be around a little bit. And that's it. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe because I want to hit 10,000 subscribers ASAP. And that's it, guys. I'm gonna go sleep because I'm super sleepy. Like, oh my god, hey, I'm super sleepy. It's like 3 a.m. And I gotta wake up at 4:30. So, bro, I'm doing this. I'm wake up an hour and a half later. Oh my god. All right, I'm out. Peace. You guys have fun. Goodbye.